Hey guys, welcome back to BachMakers, your favorite show that recaps all things Bachelor Nation. Before we continue with this episode, we're going to ask you very nicely, Michael, please deliver the news.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And share.
In that order, or reverse the order. It doesn't matter to us. Just do those things. Helps us. Enjoy this episode. We'll see you in the episode. Just keep watching. All right.
I'm up.
He's stuck.
And hello, hi, how are you? Welcome back to BachMakers, presented by Good Time Media. I'm Wyatt, that's Michael, that's Lizzie in the middle. The woman tell-all, and then a little bit of Kelsey throwing us off a little bit. But the women tell-all episode, late start. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Before we're gonna review reviews real quick in a second, but we had an hour late start. We're recording this at, it's right, 11:11, make a wish. It's 11:11 Eastern time right now. All right, I made a wish. Everyone make a wish. Cool. All right, sweet.
Got it.
Yeah, Oprah had to give some Ozempic like pep talk.
Yep, I actually watched the last 20 minutes of it because I was honestly just like, screw it. I thought they were going to do Wheel of Fortune because I normally been watching Wheel of Fortune and then straight to The Bachelor. I thought it was like Oprah was just like first and then Wheel of Fortune, then Bachelor. So I turned it on thinking it was Wheel of Fortune and it was Oprah. And I was like, dang it.
Hey, I usually get 10 minutes of Judge Judy in right before The Bachelor. And then I was just Oprah telling me to try Ozempic. Basically, from what I got towards the end, she was like, Ozempic's good for you. Which I was like, I don't know the science, but.
She wasn't fat shaming. She was just like promoting, I don't know.
Big Pharma
is doing something. I think that's
big dubs for Big Pharma.
She was like,
that shit is a scam.
She was like, I mean, you can do it if you want, and that's okay. You can do it if you don't want it, but that's also okay.
Yeah. It was the stupidest shit ever.
I was just like, okay, thanks.
But
Oprah.
so if we're a little loopy,
shaming the people that were like that were losing weight by just like dieting and exercising. In a sense, she said she wasn't, but I'm like,
I did
you kind of were. You're kind of like, oh, why are you doing that when you can just buy a
drug
shot and just it's gone.
Well, so if we're a little loopy or seem a little tired because we're recording this, it's the things we do for Bachelor Nation. But anyways, that's why we started a little late. First thing off the bat, before we even review reviews, do we want to fight some haters now? People who are attacking Rachel? If you know someone or you are someone and you're like sending the hate messages towards Rachel, I don't know if I can make a threat this early into a YouTube video, but like, we'll find you. We'll find you. It's the easiest thing in the world to just like shut the fuck up. It's the easiest thing in the world to just like not be a scumbag. So maybe just, I can't control what happens in people's brains, but if that happens in your brain and you're so messed up of a person to like think those hateful things, keep it to yourself. Cool. Awesome. I think it's that easy. All right. We like to have fun. This is a fun show. Entertainment. It's all entertainment. Just don't be stupid.
Well, I was saying it kind of reminds me of that TikTok sound where it's like, if you can stand behind a screen and make fun of other people or like something like that, and then people make the jokes where it's like they put like, like a screen like in basketball or something. That was like a trend or something. That right?
But it was so. It's a weird thing when they do this because they do this once an episode. And again, obviously, like these people are like scum of the earth people who I like. I know everyone talks about them, and I just still can't comprehend that these people exist like as real functional human beings. But I think it was Jill who was on Bachelor in Paradise 2 years ago. She tweeted out, she's like, the Bachelor producers will villainize you to the point of like making you lose your mind and then be like, don't hate on people. It's like a little contradictory, just a little bit. It's like, hey, let's villainize this person for months of a TV show and then be like, hey, I know like obviously we should be grown enough human beings to like not perpetuate that hate, but producers, you're not angels either. Let's say that.
And I mean, even villainizing them at the beginning of the woman tell all. Like the way they set up the woman tell all was just like, all right, I'm gonna have. They're like Leia, Sydney, Jess, all you three sit next to each other, and it's pretty much gonna be like a 3-on-20. Just a heads up. So,
Yeah.
They set them up for failure with like kind of the clips they showed, and then the questions and the dialogue.
Yeah. But all right, before we get into it, let's review some reviews as we got two great ones today, I think. First one is from a user named Aliens Rock 12. Rock ROK. So we got a little conspiracy theorist here. Gave us 5 stars. Favorite batch breakdown. And I quote, "The sports draft inspired aspect is fun." Sports head out there. When I'm watching the rose ceremonies, it adds another element because I'm thinking about how it's affecting the drafts. When I'm listening to the podcast, I feel like I'm chatting with more entertaining versions of my friends about the show. The hosts are entertaining and good vibes. Also, no one talks over each other, and there aren't tons of ads/promotions, which is nice from a listening standpoint. 2 points. A, I that's kind of a shot at your friends. I hope they don't listen to the show by saying we're more entertaining than your friends. Thank you. Appreciate that.
No,
The
but I hope
love
they do listen to the show.
and they start to be more entertaining because they're like, oh, I got to pick it up. Second of all, kind of a shot at us for being broke and not making money because we don't have ads on the show. So that doxed my review of this review a little bit. I'm going to give it 4.5 Jesse Palmers.
Yeah, I
Final
mean,
review.
kind of a backhanded compliment with the ad comment, but I'll give it this: we haven't had a review that has mentioned something like that, so uniqueness points, that adds to the total. I'll give it 4 out of 5 Marias.
Oh, that's a lot of Marias.
Mm-hmm.
Someone say too much Maria, but no, because one Maria is enough. That's all we need. But that's a lot of Marias. That's a whole lot of Marias.
But there could be more.
Could be. Always room for improvement. Next review is from Grant2457. Gave us 5 stars as well. Only batch review that matters. Quote, "Your poem brought me to tears. R.I.P. Maria, and thank you." Another R.I.P. to Maria. Not dead, just no longer with us. I worked hard on that poem, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. And because you only acknowledged me and didn't give props to Michael, I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 poems right there. So thank you.
On the contrary, I'll do 4 out of 5 because I wasn't aware that poems were happening. All right. When Wyatt whipped out that poem out of nowhere, I was dumbfounded, to be honest, as well. Tom Bien. So yeah, I would have loved the shout out specifically for Maria being drafted by Bailey's Babes. I was the GM. I was the development coach. I was the person, staying late at practice, getting the shots up with Maria after, but
it's all right. I did kind of like steal your valor at the end there with my Maria poem. I do have another poem today. Obviously, I didn't warn you, but I will be doing another poem for Rachel as she left us today. Maybe a moment of silence real quick for Rachel. Awesome. Thank you. That was very much appreciated. We could do a quick team update. Nothing really changes. Basically, my team got 2 points. Lizzie's team got 2 points. The standings are what are the point? You're gonna say you're gonna get a kiss? I think that
counts. That was never shown before. That kiss was not shown before.
Are we sure of that?
I mean,
so what you're arguing for the people listening, you're arguing that a kiss that happened during the bloopers
when Maria was like
Maria
in my butt.
Yeah. First of all, did they kiss on that screen? I know it looked like they were about they were kissing. Okay.
That's why I sent the text.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Are we 100% positive that kiss wasn't aired?
I mean, I would have remembered it.
You remember every kiss that happened? No way.
With Maria?
There's no way. If you can show me proof from that episode that kiss was never aired.
That's so annoying that I have to show proof because I'm not going to.
Exactly.
I'm not going to.
Exactly. So if you
But
want
you
that
won't give
half
me the
point,
benefit of the doubt
if you
after
want
the
that half
1
point,
point.
so well, okay, honestly, watch this. Just gave you the half point.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Now we're halfway even for the point dispute earlier in the season.
So
Now it's pretty much a compromise. So
It's a
now
rate.
we're good.
the race to 90 continues. You're at 89.5. I'm at 82. Team Lizzie is at 73. And basically, Kelsey A wins, I win.
Yeah.
That's it.
Unless outfit change galore.
For who? Daisy?
No, for Kelsey. If she doesn't win, but she has like 16 outfit
Six-
changes and kisses.
It's
But
16 kisses.
she wrote that note so she could go in there and kiss him, even though she didn't.
Yeah, even though she didn't. So,
But
anyways,
if
it
you
just
wanted
comes
to,
down to
she's a smoocher.
Kelsey A. Few more things before we get into the episode. I need to apologize to Jen in a video I put out earlier last week. It was my pitch for Maria to be the Bachelorette. I said Jen was a nurse, not a nurse. She's a PA student.
Yep.
I fired the intern that fed me that information. We took him out back. You won't be hearing from him anytime soon. But I do want to apologize to Jen there. Yeah, no more questions about that one. Few other things I did. I may have chatted with a certain person that maybe doesn't like us very much. The one person on this show that we've talked about that I think probably has a fair reason to not like us.
Can I guess?
You can guess because I told you.
Sydney?
There's Teresa.
Oh,
I literally told you this.
Okay,
So
I thought you were talking about someone from this season.
okay, well, literally yesterday, a friend of mine from college FaceTimed me and said, "You're never going to believe this." She was at the Indianapolis airport and she just ran up and basically put the phone in Teresa's face. And granted, I was half asleep. I was taking a nap. I was speechless. I didn't know what to say. Teresa did point out all the she said mean things we said about her. I wanted to fact check. I don't think we were that out of pocket, but then I kind of remembered some of the stuff. And listen, I don't want to make excuses. Hand up, we were probably in the wrong. We were early on in this show. We're working out the kinks, figuring out what the dynamic was, and maybe we crossed that line a little bit. So hand up, apologize. And I said, "Hey, Teresa, open invite. Anytime you want to come on the show to dog on us a little bit, fair game. 100% fair game, open invite whenever you want."
And may I add, we might have said some questionable things, maybe had some bold opinions, but we also had a lot of nice things to say sometimes too.
I think towards the end, we came fully around on Teresa, and it was more anti-Gary than anything.
True.
And we're also very strong in our allegiance to Choo Choo, Team Leslie. So we were negotiating how this dynamic was going to work on this show. So we apologize there, but it was great talking to you, Teresa. Other thing, people want us to react to Daisy's music video. Are you aware of this, Michael?
I've seen like a 15-second clip on TikTok. I'm still like kind of confused what the background or who the person is, like the musician / is that her voice that's singing? Couple questions I have. Like, is it a school project? Yeah, was she the one singing? Because it was pretty cringe Lord 9,000 of her. For sure.
I wanted to react to it live. I didn't look into it, but I couldn't find it, and I found out they deleted the music video. It's off the internet.
But there's TikToks.
There's definitely TikToks of it, and we can go find it, but there's no actual like raw footage to react to. So that's why we're not doing that. But yeah, so that exists. Shout out to Daisy. Hey, like sometimes when you're young, you make music videos that exist on the internet forever. Michael and I would totally never do that.
Nope.
You would definitely not make one about a certain basketball player that's still in the NBA. Don't look that up, folks.
Yeah, you would definitely not want to look up BOAT Jason Tatum. Why so quiet? Feat MB. That would be weird.
That'd
if
be
you looked that
so
up.
weird if you guys Google that and look that up and watched
Make
it
sure to like, comment, and
100,000 times.
share,
Yeah, that'd be crazy if you guys did that. So maybe don't.
and DM to Jason Tatum.
To make sure he sees it. All right. Before we do Joey's Johns and Cringe of the Week, I have my poem for Rachel. This poem is a little different setup than my Maria one. This is a call and response. Okay, so this is real easy for you, Michael. And Lizzie, I don't know if we got your mic working, if you can hear us at all. That's a no. She definitely can't. So, Michael, this is just for you. Here's what's going to happen. Okay. When I point at you, you're going to say, Rachel, Rachel. Say her name twice. That's it. Okay. Let me pull it up. So let's practice. Ready?
Line.
Oh, shit. All right. It's Rachel, Rachel. Okay. Ready? Here we go. You got it. Ready? It's fine. We can multiple takes. We can cut that. Ready?
Rachel, Rachel.
Perfect. That's it. That's all you got to do. So I'll say the first time and then I'll point. Let me pull it up real quick.
Rachel, Rachel.
All right, let me make sure I can. Let's like cue the sad music. Now. Rachel, Rachel, Hawaiian queen without a king.
Rachel, Rachel.
Making hometowns ain't no thing.
Rachel, Rachel.
Your humor knows no end.
Rachel, Rachel.
I just really want to be your friend.
Rachel, Rachel.
You've made it this far. You deserve an I do.
Rachel, Rachel.
I love how you say,
Honolulu.
Rachel, Rachel.
You're a nurse, and I think that's pretty rad.
Rachel, Rachel.
To your haters, I say, literally shut the fuck up, Chad.
Rachel, Rachel.
A Final Four appearance? That's not an easy thing to do.
Rachel, Rachel.
Just ask Michael and his beloved Purdue.
Rachel, Rachel.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to my jingle.
Rachel, Rachel.
Just one more question. Are you single?
Rachel, Rachel.
I know you want this to end.
Rachel, Rachel.
It wasn't for me. I was asking for a friend.
Rachel, Rachel.
Take your time responding. This isn't a test.
Rachel, Rachel.
Good night, and God bless.
Rachel, Rachel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rachel, honestly, we admittedly probably underappreciated Rachel on this show. I think we undersold her value to the show. She was great this season. No drama, no tiffs, nothing. She was just funny, great to be around, and I don't think we saw enough of her, and we probably downplayed her presence. So for that poem is a peace offering, Rachel.
Rachel, Rachel.
I
I'll say the rest of the episode.
I was experimenting with different formats for the poems. I didn't want to do the same rhyme scheme for all of them.
If kept me involved.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted you to be involved in that as well.
And I knew where you're going. Right when you said Final Four, hard thing to do, I was just like, "Yep, I know how to rhyme." Oh God.
Yeah. Yes. It kind of worked out perfectly. That sets us up straight for March Madness. So.
Well, yeah. I mean.
By the way,
tomorrow.
Everyone listening, join our BachMakers podcast tournament challenge for March Madness. I will link it in the description of YouTube and the podcast. Here's your prize. It's free to enter. No entry fee. You just enter, submit a bracket. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But if you're right, if you get first place, you will not only get free merch, any merch you want from our shop, you will also get to pick the draft order between me, Michael, and Lizzie, and I, for next season, the next Bachelorette season, which is a big, big thing because obviously Lizzie got the first pick. She took Daisy. Guess who's still alive? Daisy. So that's a big pick. So
Mhm.
you will get to decide whoever gets first. But that being said, if I get first, I get to pick the draft order. Michael gets first, you get to pick the draft order.
Mhm.
If Lizzie gets first, she gets to pick the draft order. So it goes like that. But you will be in the running if you join. So make sure to go do that. So that'd be great. Let's do Joey's John. All right. Mike, you want to take the lead here?
All right, I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'll let you go. Who I think
Okay.
you're gonna go with.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Lexi. She got the hot seat, or like one of the hot seat. And it was just very sad. Both my roommates were out in the living room with me watching just for that, like, kind of couple 10 minutes or whatever. And they were like, wow, like they were like really impacted by it just in the 10 minutes they watched, and kind of understood her story and got that little clip it into like her journey, this season. And it was sad, remembering kind of like why she left, and like her story, and how she has to like freeze her eggs and everything. That's like a really tough thing to do. And obviously, like, a lot of other women this season have dealt with hate and stuff, but like she's dealing with, not only hate, but also like a, very serious medical condition, which that would really suck to be in her shoes. So
I agree. Would suck. My Joey's John, maybe a minor character from this season, but we finally got a resolution to the shut the fuck up drama. So I'm going to give mine to Lauren.
Never said it.
Because I said it. I said it.
Lauren?
I'm the one that said shut the up. Yeah, I said it. She was telling me to practice patience and to be quiet, super condescending for no reason. Like,
Wait, hold on, Lauren. You said shut the
For being our shut the fuck up queen, for being the actual one who told Leia to shut the fuck up. I saw a really funny tweet. It was this a verbal or auditory meme. If you've ever seen the clip from The Bear where Carmi is in the kitchen and he's yelling, "Shut the fuck up!" So it basically the tweet said, "Leia speaks," and then it was just Lauren, "Shut the fuck up," which was really funny. It was great. But we never saw the clip of Maria saying it. We never believed Maria would say it, even though it totally sounds like something Maria would do. But yeah, Lauren admitted to it. That was a funny moment, owning up to it. So I'm glad we got that solved.
But a little conspiracy. What if Maria did say it, but Lauren knows that Maria could possibly be Bachelorette, and so she just owned up to it? If there's no camera evidence, if they don't have a clip of it, which they probably do.
That's a great point. If they film everything on this show.
And they probably do have a clip of it, and they probably could, if it was Maria, they probably just didn't want to show it because.
Hey, ABC, release the tapes. Release the tapes.
Don't release the tapes. We want
Okay,
Maria.
okay. Name Maria the Bachelorette, then release the tapes. Opening for her season. It's like, just kidding. I did it. It was me.
It starts with like some Ice Spice and then the tape, and it's just like, yep, this is the vibe. This is the vibe of the season.
Maria's entry. Oh, dude, her intro package for her Bachelorette season is gonna change lives.
180 from the Billie Eilish Joey intro.
Yeah, dude, Maria's season. Let's be honest. Maria's season. First of all, well, no. We'll talk about Maria in a second. Let's do cringe of the week before we get into Maria.
Mm-hmm. True.
My cringe of the week was. It's not even a cringe of the week, but it was a great moment towards the bloopers. It was Rachel's impersonation of Joey doing the shoulder shrug thing.
Everyone impersonate Joey.
ready?
Oh boy.
Is that when he has a roof?
Yeah,
That was incredible. 10 out of 10. We take notice of a lot of Joey's weird things, the clink, other stuff. When he told Rachel last week that it's a great night to come. Yeah, so we noticed those things. I never saw this. So shout out to Rachel for paying attention because that was really funny.
Yeah, I mean, it reminded me of, I'm pretty sure that's Steph, if I'm not mistaken, that's Sports Reference. Sorry, heads up. That's Steph Curry's free throw routine, I believe. I believe he does that when he gets the ball. He does a little shimmy too. So maybe he's a hidden Steph.
Imagine
Steph fan.
Joey starts doing shot fakes with the roses.
Step back. Hey, would you accept this rose?
He's like, Kelsey, T. Kelsey, hey. Oh, you thought. Sight crossover.
like
Slam dunk.
like Peter in Paradise this last season.
Oh,
Who starts to walk forward.
no, that was Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. I thought
Yeah.
it was Pilot.
Nah, it wasn't F. Peter.
F. Peter.
It was Taylor.
Oh, even
but yeah,
more relevant.
That was great by Rachel there. What do you got? Any cringe of the week, quote of the week?
I actually have one note. I only have one note in my notes app because I kind of just was like, I'm just not gonna take notes this episode and kind of just watch. But my one note is the very very beginning when Jesse and Joey are doing like the little tour and crashing the watch parties. There's two things I want to point out. First thing, when they're in the bus and Jesse's like, all right, we need a safe word. Joey picked pineapple. Pineapple is a safe word. Such a layup, Joey. Come on. Really? Like pineapple? You could like that's like the classic rom-com. They use that as a safe word. You know, like I feel like people see right through you if you're using that as a safe word.
Yeah, you need to pick a safe word that you would never under any circumstance say.
Unless it meant to like get out of here.
Like a slur. that you're not allowed that maybe because everyone that would alert that alarms would go off. Alarms would go off. Like, why is this? You shouldn't say it.
Maybe,
Just something
maybe
to think about.
But maybe
not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
And then also, I did like the little conversation he had with the guys at the second watch party, and it was like, dude. So like, your girlfriend's to drag you here, like, what's up? And one of the guys like, no, like sometimes I like watch The Bachelor and stuff. So like, shout out to the male audience.
Dude representation. That's what we're here for. We need more dudes, even though shout out to our TikTok followers, which is 96% female. Let's keep those numbers going.
Let's get those numbers up, boys.
Let's get to 100. If you're a dude following us, get the fuck out. You're gonna hit 100.
That would be a crazy ratio. That'd be a ratio I've never experienced in my life.
Another thing I want to point out about the crashing the sorority parties was when Jesse said, Joey, you're like Bieber. And Joey's reaction is like, nah.
LA with Joey is like walking in with Justin Bieber. No.
Nah, I'm not like Bieber, dude. He loved that, dude. He loved being compared to Bieber.
He's just 29-year-old frat guy, man. That's awesome.
That's your Pike president right there.
Yeah, of Pennsylvania or whatever school, Westchester. Right?
Joe, I don't know where he went. Imagine he walks in this sorority. He knows where everything is. He's like, yeah, I've been here. He goes, he's like, dude, I was president of the frat. Like, I've been here.
Dude, you went to school in Pennsylvania. We're at UCLA.
He's like, oh, bathroom's around the corner, right? They're like, how the hell did you know that? He's like, no, don't worry about it.
He starts listing off everybody in the composite from like 2016.
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, look, there's Becca, Ashley, Katie.
Yes. Been there, done that. No, wouldn't. No. Maybe.
There's composites of him hanging up like the frat composite.
Sure.
Jeez. Yeah, that was great. Let's go.
Dude talk over.
Yeah, dude talk done. Now, women tell all. I will say when they did the recap of the drama that happened, they chose a side. And listen, we've chosen a side too, obviously, with all of our pro Maria stuff. But Bachelor, like, you guys are supposed to be like the moral police, right? Display both sides. You never do. But they were so anti-Sydney, it was insane. The way they presented the drama. Even if I would have went in fresh and not knowing any of the backstory and just saw that montage, I would have thought like, oh, Sydney's like this huge villain. They made it way worse than it actually was, to be honest.
True, but I'll give her props. She kind of saved some face. She saved face a bit. Definitely a little bit more than Leia in the Women Tell All. I think Sydney kind of redeemed herself a bit enough to where, like, obviously, I mean, she'll probably still get more hate realistically, You know,
Which,
I'm
if you
not
do that
condoning it.
again,
Not
you're a
condoning it.
scumbag. You are
Yeah.
a piece of shit, and we hate you.
I'm just saying.
Genuinely hate. Like, other people, they'll be nice. They'll take the high road. We're the bad boys of Bachelor Nation. So if you're the ones out there throwing hate, like, we will attack you. Not verbally, maybe physically, just like mental warfare against you. That's how much we hate it. We hate. We love on this show. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, I'm going to propose this right now. I say we hate almost as equally as we love.
Bullying. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Sorry, I just made me think of that.
Hatred. Knock it off. All right.
Nikki for Cindy. Knock it off.
Gosh. All right. Yeah. So they
Had a lot of drama.
they started with Leia throwing the card away, which I didn't realize the girls hated that move so much.
Which
they didn't show that in episode 1. They were like, "Oh, good for you, Leia. They're getting rid of the card."
Yeah.
Which we had that reaction. I never knew the girls had the reaction that, like, hey, this is a little performative.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of weird. Like, Leia did kind of get set up for failure with the whole going back to the stupid, date card thing. That's really tough. But yeah, I didn't realize they hated it as much. I feel like she did the right thing. I'm still on Team Leia, at least for that part of it. I think she did the right thing. I think burning it was the only right move in that scenario. But, maybe there's some stuff behind the scenes that we still don't know that happened that night. So
I do want to shout out my girl Autumn. The only time they let her speak this entire time, my original captain of the Wise Gals. She was speaking up for Leia, defending her, which I wasn't expecting. But I won't apologize for my team captain having the biggest heart on the season and just wanting everybody to love each other. Won't apologize for that. Shout out to Autumn. Autumn is coming. Autumn came. Autumn is coming. Autumn will forever come. Pause. Damn it. I walked right into that one. But yeah, so they kind of attacked Leia. There was a funny moment where Leia said, I don't want to feel gaslit like Sydney. And Maria almost fell out of her chair.
I just don't want to feel gaslit. What? Because I'm not.
Maria was so shook by that comment that she was.
Yeah.
Even like, Maria, we love you. Even that was a little much. Like, that was a lie.
No, that was crazy. That whole kind of start to the episode was like pretty freaking wild. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was so. One of my roommate's girlfriend was like, "Is this like, it feels like a presidential debate, kind of like one of those where they got all 12 people and they're all interrupting each other and it's kind of madness." Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think Jesse could have done a little bit better job moderating it all and kind of like they needed, like one of those in kindergarten and first grade they had like a talking stick where like you have to hold the stick to talk. They needed one of those. Even
Maria
though
rose,
like
she raised her hand at one point.
Yeah, it's just like they needed to do something like that because it kind of did get a little bit crazy where I was just like, whoa, let's relax a bit, ladies. Like, let's kind of be more civilized. But at the same time, fuck it. Give me the drama.
But at the end of the day, that was the best part of the episode.
Yeah,
the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it just slows down. Because I hate when they do their little bachelorette auditions. Because, again, ABC, you've made it very clear. You don't care what we think, really, like, at the end of the day. So, like, don't parade these women out. They have the same conversation, especially when Joey's not there. I understand when Joey's there and they let them talk.
100%.
But even when they have Lexi, they just recap her story. And they're like, well, what's next for you? I'm ready to find love. Okay. Next. Jen, come on up. What's next for you? I'm ready to find love. Okay. Maria, I'm ready to find love. Okay. Like, what are we doing? I wasted an hour of our time. It's the same thing. And I don't know. I understand, like, recapping the season, but you can do it in a better fashion.
Yeah, maybe they should do an award show, honestly. An award show or something like that. Just switch up kind of the woman tell. You can keep parts of it, but, like, throw some spice in there. In there.
And if they need people to host said potential award show, I know 2 guys who already host a Bachelor award show at the end of every season. So maybe give us a call. Give us a ring. But yeah, like anything else from just the drama part of the Woman Tell All? Really nothing.
No, yeah,
It's always
no.
Maria made up with Sydney, the hug heard around the world.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no, I did think Sydney saved some face. I did see somebody. There was something near the end of the episode. I don't know. That was like hinting at paradise. Like it was. There's something that somebody said, and then a couple girls like looked at each other, and it was just like paradise. It's happening. It's happening. And some people just gave each other a look, and I was like, why they look like that? What?
Who's your paradise lock at this point? If you have to put your life savings on one of those girls to be in paradise, who do you have?
Leia.
Really?
Leia.
I would go Jen.
Leia.
I think Jen's a paradise lock.
I think Leia is just because she's more drama-y than Jen. I mean, no offense to Jen. I think she'll get in too, but like I think Leia's age and drama-inducingness. That's a word. Book it. Yeah.
I like that. There was a super long cut to Jesse when Maria was talking to Sydney. That was really funny. It was just like a face shot of Jesse for, I want to say like 5 seconds of him just going back and forth and really listening to it. Jesse, he does a hell of a job. He does. We don't applaud him enough. That dude is just in the thick of it, handles it great. He enjoys the drama more than us, maybe. He likes just sitting back and just thinking, oh man, I can't wait to tell my wife about this. This is awesome. Like he enjoys it like us.
Yeah, 100%. Except I think ABC pays him a little bit more than they pay us.
It's true. That's true. ABC actually takes money out of our pockets.
True.
Consistently,
Yeah.
rather consistently.
Yeah, like $8.99 a month or something like that. Whatever the subscription thing, whatever I'm paying for Hulu with ads.
Yeah. Overall, I had a few winners and losers. My winners from the tell-all, Medina. Again, just she's awesome. She's the best.
Mhm.
She's like the most rational person there that we had on the show in a while. Star, Wise Gal, she was great.
Yeah, she got screen time. I was like, Paradise Lock in a sense. Could she?
I think that was her pitch. A few losers, people who hate Maria. She put on a show. If you hate Maria and you watch that episode, you're like, damn it, she's killing it again.
Another winner, Edwina. She put on a good performance.
Yes. Edwina did as well. Another loser, the Bachelor producers for not inviting Krissa. I was mad about that. Love Krissa. And then all the haters out there who are hating on Rachel. You again, we'll say it a billion times over, scumbags. All right, you want to get into the actual show for a second? That happened for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like two things happened, I guess.
I mean, exactly what we expected. Kelsey A's letter was a whole big bag of nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they spent a whole week teasing this just for Kelsey to be like, missed you, Joe.
Hi. I was just bored in my room. I wanted to say hi. So I wrote to you. Hi.
We love you, Kelsey A. We love you. It was so funny. As soon as she sat down, I knew it was nothing because they were 6 inches apart. They were right next to each other.
Space.
That's a
lot of space.
You're right. That's a lot of space. Maybe I don't know. But they were so close to each other. They were holding hands. They were literally about to make out. I was like, oh, this is nothing. There's no disconnect here whatsoever.
But Joey's face, he was
terrified.
He was rock solid face-wise.
Jeez, dude.
Face
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. No, but that conversation was quite silly, if I do say so. That was I knew nothing was coming from that. And the whole like Joey being like, that conversation really like did that change things? It really scared me. Like, no, it didn't. You were gonna pick her either way. And Kelsey, why were you even nervous that conversation negatively affected you? Like, stop. It was nothing. It was just pretty much a way that ABC could have, I guess, a cliffhanger, if you can even call it that. I don't even think it was, but
You know what I really think happened this season is the producers, you have a Maria. You have a Maria on your hands. And Maria just has the gravitas to carry this show. And so the producers were like, oh, sick. Kick back. Let's just watch this happen. Then Maria leaves. And they're like, oh, crap. We have to do our job. We have to manufacture drama. We got to make this a show. Let's have a cliffhanger. And it was nothing. Drop the ball. That's what happens when Maria leaves. The show dies. That should be all you need to know for who the next Bachelorette should be. Just
I'm not going to disagree with you on that, but I do think just in general the ending of Bachelor season / reality TV shows in general, the last few episodes are just tough because, like we said in the last week, it gets serious and it's like weird to watch. Like watching the wedding episode for Love Is Blind, it's like really uncomfortable. So I think it's something like that where it's, it just kind of falls off by the end of the season a little bit.
Yeah, it gets too real and it slows down, and then you're like, you're right. It's like, why am I watching this? Because it feels like you're on a hidden camera, and you're like, I should be watching this tape.
Yes, exactly.
I want to give a shout out to our friend of the program, first, and I think only other guest of this show so far. Justin Takes the Batch had a great point. Just on his Instagram, he had a picture of Kelsey A in the note, and he just put in all caps, "This could have been an email," which was awesome. I was like, yeah, that's about sums it up. Like, that could have been an email. Like, hey, Joey, I miss you. Love, Kelsey A. That's it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
All right, we get to the rose ceremony. Daisy gives me another reason to think she doesn't like Joey by saying, I just don't want my friends to get hurt. Again, you're down to the final 3, girl. Like,
be selfish.
Be like somewhat like, if you were in love with Joey, you wouldn't be worried about them, right? Like, you wouldn't be worried about them getting hurt. And I understand, like, just being an empathetic person, but I feel like you would be way more focused on, like, am I about to break up with the person that I love?
I'm also going to spin this comment a little bit. She could have just said that because her ass knew she wasn't going home. I'm sorry. She knew she was not the one eliminated between all 3 of them. And so maybe she said that. She's like, I know it's not me. I just don't want to see my friends sad. And I'm just like, could be a little cockiness. In there. So just the spin zone that comment.
No, I think there has been a little bit of Daisy just knowing she's gonna be there towards the end or at the end most of the season, and she knew it, so she's just kind of happy-go-lucky. This will be fun. I get to go on cool trips for a little bit. So they decide, or not they, Joey decides to send Rachel home, as we've talked about, and as we talked about last episode, I really think Joey and Rachel are just great friends. And we need to normalize the lead just being able to be friends with the people on the show. He should be able to be close friends with a lot of these girls. And a lot of people would push back and say, like, being friends with your exes is weird. These aren't normal exes, okay? This is not a normal situation. Rachel and Joey should be the best of friends forever. I would watch a buddy cop series with Rachel and Joey. They're funny together. What's that idea?
Rachel and Joey, like in Friends.
Yeah.
They're good friends.
Rachel and Joey are friends.
Wow.
Look at that. But yeah, again, I think just it seems like Joey's just genuinely good friends with Rachel, and he basically said that. He goes like, I don't have this love for you, but I just care about you, and our friendship is awesome.
Yeah.
Just be friends. That's so normal. Just, you didn't go on the show to find love. You just found a couple pals.
And hopefully he also found love, but yes.
Yeah, who knows at this point.
But yes.
And I will say this, I'm fully on board for a Rachel Bachelorette season if that's what we get. If Maria says no. If Maria doesn't want to do it, I'm fully on board with Rachel. Rachel would be my runner-up.
I'm Maria bust. I'll stick by that. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'll be fine with Rachel, I guess. I'll be fine with Jen, I guess. I'll be fine with Lexi, I guess. I'll be fine with Daisy / Kelsey A or Kelsey T.
Circles,
I guess. Circle up.
Circle up.
But yeah, I'm kind of Maria bust. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, fair enough. Anything else you want to talk about from this episode, and then we can kind of just discuss what we think is going to happen towards the end.
I guess we saw the Golden Ladies, and I thought it was interesting how we saw. So first we saw Susan and Kathy, and they announced that they have a Golden Hour podcast, which great name for a podcast. That is just a layup name, layup podcast duo. We should collab. Who says no?
We'll love to be on anytime you want.
That would be a cool collab. A lot of people are asking for it already. I've been seeing.
All the comments of this video are saying, "Hey, you guys should collab."
In the Twitter web, in the interwebs. But also the other two people that were there, Sandra and Leslie.
Choo
And I'm
choo.
like, so is this maybe some like? Now I'm thinking it's Leslie for the Golden Bachelorette, or maybe Sandra, Leslie or Sandra. Because now I'm thinking, why do they keep bringing Leslie along and like, oh, go down to Tulum, come to this woman tell all. She'll probably be at the finale. Something's up. Just announce it. Why are you waiting? What
are we waiting for? Insider scoop too. In my brief conversation with Teresa, I did ask if she knew anything about the Golden Bachelorette. She said, and she could have been lying to me, which again would be fair with some of the things we maybe said about her. She said that they have not told her anything, but she endorses Leslie. She would want Leslie to do it.
Huh.
So
that's
a good sign. It's very big of her, and we appreciate that.
That's a tippy cap. That's a tippy cap kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you ask if she's still with Gary?
Well, she was in Indiana, so I would assume so. You don't just go to Indiana and they just posted about a volleyball tournament that they went to together 2 seconds ago. So yeah, they're very much still together.
There's a lot of things to do in Indiana. All right, she could.
They were in your hometown.
Yeah, Fishers.
Shout out to Fishers.
A lot of things to do there.
A lot of fun things to do there.
There's a Golf right next to a Portillo's and an IKEA, by the way.
That's all you need. Those 3 things: Top Golf, IKEA, and a Portillo's. All right, predictions for next week. Where do we see this thing going? First of all, I want to give a preface to all of our YouTube viewers and the podcast people as well. But during the finale next week, I will be in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. So the recording of it is going to get a little wonky, but we will still have an episode out for sure. I will just be in a different space. And yeah, that's it. So just a little warning for that. And if it's out a little late, it might take me a while to upload it, but it'll still be out on Tuesday. But anyways, predictions. Where do you think this thing's going, Mike?
I don't know. We keep seeing the same clip with Joe. You know, the same clip where he's like taking off his suit jacket and going to talk to like some of the producers or whatever, which makes me think it's like low key nothing, honestly, because they keep showing us the same material for this, like him crying a little bit. And we've seen him cry before this season, and sometimes it has been nothing, but like, has it been like crazy, never before seen Bachelor history? So maybe it's just nothing really. Maybe it's nothing crazy. I don't know. I could see it going a lot of ways. I think it's gonna be whoever can control the pace of the game the best, and force as many turnovers. Sorry, that's me listening to too many March Madness podcasts today.
I was gonna say, prediction for are your Boilers gonna still be alive by the time we record next?
Well, they better fucking hope it. They better hope, or I'm not gonna be alive. Not like alive mentally.
Lively.
Like,
You're not gonna be lively.
Lively. I will not be lively at all for the rest of probably through Maria's Bachelorette season. To be honest, it's gonna take a while.
Gosh, that'd be tough. I got a similar vibe watching that preview. My prediction on how things go down is I think he says goodbye to one of them first. And when you see him crying up there, that's him like kind of going over how hard that goodbye was.
Okay.
And when he walks away, I think he just says like, "Hey, I need a moment." He takes the jacket off, like, "I need to step away for a second." I don't think it's him being left up there, if that makes sense. I think he's just upset about a breakup.
They did show him getting into the car though, which was weird because that made me because if he's going to get into a car and he's engaged leaving the beach, he would get into the car with said female, I would say, right?
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
So the car thing kind of threw me off a bit because I was kind of thinking what you just said, but the car thing was throwing me off a bit. But whatever happens is, I don't know. I think he's engaged. I'd be kind of shocked, or at least we show that he's in. It'd be such a bad way to end the season if they're not still together. Whoever he picked, or
Yeah.
whoever, that'd be tough because a lot of people are rooting for Joe.
Yeah. So
We're rooting for you, buddy.
they're doing a 3-hour finale. So it's 8 to 11 Eastern, back to our normal time. I'm glad they're not doing a 2-part. They've done like 2 days in the past. I'm glad it's one night. I would say it's very likely he's engaged. And I'll ask you this, Mike. Let's put us in Joey's shoes. Who do you pick?
I don't know. Sorry. I can't. I didn't remember. I can't say some certain things because you clip everything I say, right, and use it against me. No, I mean, I don't know who I would pick. I would have picked Maria. So if I was in his shoes,
I would leave them both. If you're between
yeah.
Daisy and Kelsey, who are you picking?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think who's more my type. Personally, I don't know.
This is easy for
They're
me because
both-
Kelsey A is a wise gal, so I'm picking Kelsey A.
They're both
But
not really my type.
Mm-hmm.
No, they are. Yeah, but I'd probably pick Daisy. But if Daisy wasn't into me, like I kind of get that vibe,
Yeah.
then maybe the other option. But I don't know. I don't know. Daisy's hot, so.
All right. Great analysis there. Mike takes Daisy. I'll take Kelsey A. It should be a fun finale. They're not hyping it up as much as I anticipated. He did the whole Joey's leaving, this is dramatic, but then afterwards he didn't say anything like no hyperbole where like this is the most dramatic in Bachelor history we've never before seen. So I'm almost expecting a straightforward finale.
Yeah, which means they got to add some spice and by announcing either Golden Bachelorette or Bachelorette. They got to announce one of the two, or it's a failure.
I would guess. First of all, I kind of glossed over this. Maria has the Bachelorette in the bag. She has Bachelor Nation by the balls. The pop she got when she was the last lady announced, and everyone was like, that's our girl. Everyone went crazy. I mean, the producers saw that and are like, that's all we need. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
They're dumb if not. Like, it's so obvious that it's Maria.
But like, do you think she's at that level of fame where she would pull a Tyler Cameron and kind of just decline it?
No. Oh.
Or I don't know if she has that fame outside of Bachelor Nation though. So like probably not.
Did Tyler Cameron though? Tyler Cameron was still within Bachelor Nation until he dated the Hadid girl for like a second.
Oh, he dated Bella Hadid.
Gigi, I think. I could be wrong.
One
of the famous, very attractive women.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Are they in the Kardashian tree at all?
I don't know, but I just know Bella Hadid's like a lyric in so many songs. Bella Hadid. Yeah,
we listen to different music, man.
Okay.
I've never once heard Bella Hadid mentioned in a song.
If you drop the song lyric right now that I'm thinking of, and you win my love and affection.
Oh yeah, put that in the chat. But yeah, I don't think she would say no. I think she'd be down for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the offer has to be on her desk if she like.
I'd hope.
If the producers have a brain.
But I ain't gonna lie, Maria, negotiate that bitch. Get that salary higher. Get the bag, dog. Get the bag. Negotiate, because I know you can. And hey, they'll listen.
They will.
They should
give
you a blank check. They'll give you a blank check or
blank check.
Hopefully they will. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. Oh my god.
It's a blank check from ABC. All right. I think that's it for this episode of BachMakers. We will be here next week for the finale. I can't believe we're here. What a season it's been. We have one more episode left to cover, and then we got some fun stuff even after that. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you've watched this far, make sure you like the video, subscribe, leave some reviews. Keep the reviews coming. We love them. We like to review your reviews. Thank you for that, and we'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday. Finale time. Peace.
Peace.